Hello and welcome to this top 10 of the month. The month! It's here. February is done and we're so happy that it is done.
Yeah, what a month it's been.
What a month. And today we have a special guest, me.
Yeah, usually
I'm back.
For the past few months I've been doing this by myself.
Yes.
But we figured it would be so much more fun if we would just
do it together.
Yeah.
So the top 10, it works like always. And next month we have a new surprise actually. But today we are doing it a bit different too, because we are not doing any of the special things because it was a little bit confusing. Now we are just doing what is right.
Right. He's come to step in.
So, like always, we start with the top one. We start with the best because that is the best. And you want to hear it first. So, I hope your coffee is warm. Let's get in.
Or tea.
Okay. So the first one is Ashling the Limitless. And it is in the top one right now.
Yeah.
Because it has risen 2 spots. And what do you have to say about Ashling?
Well, I think last month it was also in the top 10, so because it's gained 2 places. But I think when we were recording the previous top 10, it was we had just received the decks, but we hadn't yet played with it, I think.
Yeah.
But now we have played a little bit with it, and I think Ashling is really cool.
Yeah?
I really enjoyed the pre-con deck.
Yeah, what did you enjoy?
Well, it was quite easy to kind of get a hang of it. It has a lot of cool mechanics with evoke cost, even though I still really lost the game, if I remember correctly.
That's okay.
But I really like the elemental spells.
Yeah.
So it's really enjoyable because you have the option to play it with evoke 4 or without evoke and just playing it regularly. It makes it a bit more interesting to see what you can do with it and trigger effects more often or something like that.
So of course it is also popular because it is a new pre-con. But number 1 means that it is better than Auntie Ool too, or more popular.
Yeah.
Do you think that's legit?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I haven't played with Auntie Ool because you played Auntie Ool and I lost against you with Auntie Ool.
No, but better like fun.
So I haven't played Auntie Ool myself, so I can't really judge that. But I do think that Ashling is the more fun of the 2, just judging by how it was to play it. Yeah,
the other one is a bit more controlling, and I think in casual games that's a bit much, and in really high stakes games it isn't. So it doesn't really have a spot. Where Ashling can become really, really strong or can be casual too and fun in that way.
Yeah.
I think. But today I have brought one card that I think is really good with it that you would like.
Ooh, I like the art already.
Yeah, because it is from Bloomburrow, which is your favorite set.
That tracks.
And Beza is an elemental, so you will be able to cast it for 4 with the evoke cost. It was already 4, but here it has so many added benefits that I thought it would be fun, because Beza just only has enter the battlefield effects and says you create a treasure token if an opponent controls more lands, you gain 4 life if an opponent has more life than you do, and you create 2 1/1 fish if an opponent controls more creatures, and you draw a card if an opponent has more cards. So usually it would already be good to play it once. It has its own deck where you blink it a bunch, but you can then also play it for its evoke cost and get it twice.
First time was so nice. You had to do it twice.
You had to do it twice. So I think it's really good as well.
I like it. And I like the artwork as well. Who's the artist?
Martin Wittedoff? I don't know. I can really read it from here.
It's really beautiful.
Honestly.
And also it's Bloomburrow, so I already like it.
It's Bloomburrow, so you already like it.
Easy win.
Let's say Martin. That's I can read that. So next one, number 2. We have Maralen, also from the set, sort of, but not the Commander set. So the main set it was from. And Maralen is a bit weird because she works with elves and fairies. So you have to basically choose one of them. And the abilities are that you exile the top 2 cards of target opponent's library whenever Maralen or another elf or fairy enters the battlefield. And then once each turn, you may cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of elves or fairies you control from among those cards that you have exiled. So you need to play a bunch of fairies or a bunch of elves, or both. And then once each turn, you may play one for free if you have more elves or fairies than the mana cost.
Would you reckon that this elf fairy noble is like the real Irish fairy lore kind of fairy? So actually a little bit evil, a little bit twisted? Or do you think this is like the fairy? That like, all right, not like fairy as in F-A-I.
Yeah.
But
or Fae.
Yeah. What kind of fairy do you think
well,
she is?
Maralen actually used to be more of the evil Celtic version. She was created as a mirror of a very evil being. And now she actually has a sort of return arc where she becomes kind of a good person. So both, actually. And she's actually very afraid that she starts to become more evil again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? A little afraid that we are going to be evil again. But I have 2 questions here, basically. The first one is because many people have been saying that Maralen is basically an Italy that is slower, but in better colors. And you have played Italy.
Yeah, I like Italy.
Yeah. So do you agree? Because Italy also is about casting things from your opponent's library, exiling them first and then being able to cast them. But Italy says you may cast any number of spells from among cards you have exiled without paying their mana cost, and doesn't have the stipulation of needing a bunch of elves or fairies. So the effect of Maralen is a bit worse. She is 1 mana cheaper.
Yeah, and the top 2 cards.
Yeah, top 2 cards, where Italy would allow you to exile the top card of each player's library, so 3.
Oh, so Italy is... I think Italy might be better if you play with 4 people.
Yeah.
And I think Maralen maybe would be better if you're...
In a 1v1.
Yeah, in a 1v1.
That's true.
I think that would be the difference, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. But, of course, Maralen is also in 3 colors, and Italy is just in mono red. So I think Italy usually is better in the 99, so in part of the deck. But Maralen would be better as her own commander in a way, because she has 3 colors.
Yeah, I wouldn't do... I would never choose Italy as a commander, but maybe Maralen could be.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think they're quite different cards actually. Just because the mechanic is similar doesn't mean that they're the same.
Yeah, that's true. They're in different decks. Right? Yeah. Okay. And then the other question is, Maralen, would you play her as a fairy commander or an elf commander, or both? Because, well, let's look at both. I would say fairies are more trickster-like, and both creature types are very fast-paced, so you will be able to play a bunch of them or create a bunch of them. But I would say fairies are more like able to play things at instant speed, so that would be better, because Maralen says her ability triggers once each turn. So once each turn you may cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of elves and fairy you control. So for example, with High Fae Trickster, you will be able to play those cards as though they had flash. So that is good. But then elves, I think, go even harder on being able to create a bunch of elves. So once you've turn, you may cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of elves you control, or elves you control from among cards exiled with blah blah blah. So elves will be better to cast bigger spells, I think. So what do you think is better? Being able to cast more spells or better spells from your opponent?
Well, it's up to what you like, basically. But if I look at my favorite deck to play with, which is the Atapalani deck, it's really cool to just cast a few really good creatures.
Yeah.
So I would personally probably go for the elves.
Yeah, legit, I think. And fairies will still be able to cast big spells too, but I think elves will just be better at that.
Yeah.
Plus, the ability whenever Maralen or another elf or fairy you control enters works with the tokens you are creating from the elves too.
Yep.
So you are exiling, I think, more cards with elves. So I would go, I think, elves too.
Nice.
But maybe sprinkle in some fairy.
For vibes.
Yeah, it still works. So yeah, I
Little
think so.
tricksters.
Yeah. So only now do we get to Auntie Ool, who has gained a lot of places. Only now
It's
because
number 3.
number 3, but Ashling was the number 1.
Yeah.
So second time, still here, still growing as well because mostly it is in a precon and from a new set. But in my opinion, Auntie Ool is a little bit less fun to play, mostly because it is in a more -1 counters is just not fun to play against usually, I would say. Thing is, Auntie Ool does make it a little bit more fun because whenever one or more -1 counters are put on a creature you control, you draw a card and that is just better. So usually you will be focusing on putting -1 counters on your own creatures, but in the way this works, you will also be destroying all of your opponent's creatures. So that's usually not fun on casual tables.
Okay. So
That's my opinion.
You didn't like enjoying you didn't enjoy playing Auntie Ool.
No, not personally in a casual game. And I would say it is more fun in against multiple players because they will be able to do more against you. But in the 1v1, which I feel like it should work with against Ashling, it felt a little bit mean.
It was a little bit mean.
It was mean.
But if that's what you want to go for, then
go for it.
Yeah, it's a really strong deck. I think if you play it well, you can win quite easily, especially playing against Ashling. So if you evoke those minus counters every time, like pretty quickly, as someone who plays with Ashling, you have no chance of winning the game.
Yeah,
well,
or you
not
will
no
need
chance,
a lot
but
of mana.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really tough if you don't have a good mana ramp.
Yeah,
so
true.
That's exactly what my issue was last time.
Yeah, not being able to double cast, I think, is the problem.
Yes.
Which you will need probably 8 mana for, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question here is, it also has a sort of different option, which it has had a long time, -1 counters, which was Hapatra, the Vizier of Poisons. So it was a 2 mana commander, missing red, because it is not a goblin, I think. And says whenever she deals combat damage to a player, you may put a -1 counter on target creature. And mostly whenever you put 1 or more -1 counters on a creature, you create a 1/1 snake with Death Touch.
That's insane.
Yeah, that can be really good.
If you feel like being mean by just playing Auntie Ool, just add Hapatra and you'll be even meaner.
Even meaner, because you will be able to create a bunch of 1/1s. And I think that is more fun, because right after you destroy all of your opponent's creatures, you should be quickly able to attack with a bunch of 1/1s, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like after that you will be able to win more quickly, where Auntie Ool allows you to draw cards when you target your own creatures, and that's a little bit more slow. Mm-hmm. Also, she says if you don't control it, its controller loses 1 life, so that also kills them. But I feel like Hapatra is a bit faster because it's cheaper too.
Yeah.
And usually that's more fun, because then when you are winning instead of destroying your opponent more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my vision. Next, also from Lorwyn, is the High Perfect Morcant, which I played against last week.
Oh, that one was really overpowered, right?
In that game, we were teaching someone else to play the game. And it isn't fun in that way. I think because of the same thing, where -1 counters again are a little bit oppressive in a casual game.
Yeah.
So if you want to play against people that are just learning the game, a control deck like this isn't fun because they can't play the game or learn what their thing is about.
Yeah.
You know?
However, if you're to use it in like a tournament or something, it would be the
Really
perfect
cool.
pick.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say in more high-powered games, it is really easy to play against this because the weakness is that once your commander is removed, you do a lot less. It's way less good in a deck that just focus on having a bunch of elves.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would say is this would be really good in that type of environment if you are focusing on creating things that care about proliferation. Because the ability is that whenever I perfect Morcant or another elf you control enters, your opponents have to put a -1 counter on a creature they control and they can choose. And then you tap 3 untapped elves to proliferate. And usually what happens is your opponents will maybe spread around their counters, but usually they put it on one creature until it gets too weak.
Mm-hmm.
And then they switch to another creature when it is almost useless.
Yeah.
So I would say the proliferation only works to kill one creature per opponent. Of course that is still strong, but in a tournament sense you need a lot of elves to create this effect where you are killing your opponent's creatures. And in tournaments, creatures are a bit less important. You're more going for a quick ramp and then doing your combo thing.
Mm-hmm.
So in this sense, I would say that this is a bit less strong, and you would, if you are playing elves, rather play something that helps you create more elves or something. So this is only good if you play elves and then care about counters. So if we compare Morcant to the other elf commander that's really popular still, I think Lathril is better in that sense because it creates elves. Lathril says when she deals combat damage to a player, you create that many 1/1 elves. So that just helps you create elves, and then you can tap 10 elves to have each opponent lose 10 life. So then again, that's I guess the same thing where you are winning the game because of the thing you are doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would prefer Lathril. Also, again, I would try, which I saw not many people were doing, I would try to play Morcant in more of a +1 counter shell. Like for example, Arwen the Weaver of Hope has all of your other creatures enter with +1 counters on them. So if you do that and then you can proliferate, you will add more +1 counters to all of those creatures, grow all of your other creatures, and then that will be stronger so that it will be casually more fun.
Yeah. Nice.
That's my advice, yeah.
More of a friendly fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I like that art.
The other one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before, I think.
Oh yeah, I don't usually add them, but now I do. More
like
fun?
It. Yeah, I like it.
So Azula I also played with from the
week.
same person. Yeah,
Nice.
last week. And I thought it was really fun. So I understand why it is so popular now.
What was the most fun if you were to say like one aspect of the deck that's really...
Well, you want to play it with spells that are more expensive, so you're playing big spells, which is already fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are also some very strong synergies where you, for example, can play some cards that are 4 mana that you can then pay 4 life to return to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And with that card, for example, you will trigger for first of all the first ability at the beginning of each end step. If a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card, and you made yourself lose 4 life. So you immediately draw an extra card. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, Azula deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. So you basically only lost 2 life to also deal 2 damage to your opponents, and also draw a card. So you're definitely winning that one.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so there are many things that are really cool, and it was a flavor-focused deck as well, which I think is more impressive, because then you're playing it because you like the game too.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool. So I saw that there's a little bit of a new tech, so I thought that would be fun to add to.
This is from the Avatar set.
From Avatar, yeah. The big owl that's a little bit scary.
Yeah.
Very scary, actually.
Very scary, yeah.
In the anime. So this one says 2 blue and X for a bird spirit, because it was a spirit, right? With flying and vigilance that also enters with X +1 counter. So for every mana that you pay extra, you get an extra +1 counter. And then you draw half of X rounded down. So if you pay 4 mana, you get a 3/3 flying vigilance bird. And you can draw an extra card. And whenever an opponent searches their library, you put a +1 counter on 1 Shitong and draw a card. So I saw that many people were doing this. I think because you are playing a lot on instant speed, and I think because your opponents always search their library, and maybe I think mostly people who are playing Final Fantasy also like Avatar a lot.
Nice, yeah, probably.
Yeah. So that we have then on place 6, we have the Fire Lord Azula, which is the Grixis commander from Avatar that people really like because it's so controlling. Mm-hmm. Do you actually like this card? It's here for the 3rd time, so I think it is here more to say than other Avatar cards, but it still lost 5 places.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna say goodbye to most Avatar commanders, for this month. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Let me read it again. So whenever you cast a spell while Lord Azula is attacking, copy the spell. You may choose a new target of the copy.
Yeah, so you copy any spell that you play while Azula is attacking.
I think that's really cool.
It's a bit unique, yeah.
Yeah.
So one card it's very good with is this one from Lord of the Rings, Born Upon a Wind. Because then you may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. So you will first of all double the drawing of a card, but then you can play anything, any creature for example, and copy that. So I think that's really good.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
Giving anything flash. I was also thinking there are multiple cards that work with doubling stuff. So we have Feyran, the Voice of Duality, which says whenever you cast or copy an instant, she becomes stronger. And then if casting or copying an instant or sorcery spell causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So
infinite copies.
Infinite.
So
it triggers. Is that true?
No, it's not. Just.
Well, so when you cast a spell while Azula is attacking, you copy the spell. The copy ability gets doubled. And because you double it again, don't you go infinite? It feels that way, actually. I haven't thought about that.
Okay, so
let us know in the comments, actually, because we are confused right now.
If you're listening, just let us know. Can we have
Maybe you are more of a genius in magic than I am, I think.
I think it's like...
the fool's wisdom.
Yo.
Okay, let's go on, but let us know. I will also research it and then know it afterwards.
No, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, but also...
know. I gotta know.
Yeah, okay. Teval or Teval, I still don't know, but I think it's Teval because I looked it up once. The balance skill. So it has become more popular. I feel like this is a really generic commander, but I think people like it because it is in good colors,
and
the
it's
best
a
colors,
dragon.
And it's a dragon,
Yep.
of course. But it's in good colors because there are a lot of dragons. Black, green, and blue are just the best colors in Commander. People like that, and it is good with reanimation because it helps you mill. I wouldn't even say it is a reanimation card per se, but it works with it. So it helps you mill cards, and it will help you create 2/2 zombies whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard. So you reanimate a big thing, and then you get an extra 2/2. Usually that isn't that good, because the thing you are reanimating is way more important than having a 2/2. But having a 2/2 is just so fun.
Having a 2/2 is so fun.
Yeah.
Bring back 2/2s, dude.
Bring back 2/2s, yeah. We love them. Bears. Tough. It's very tough, but she lost 6 places.
But she's still in there. I don't think Aang is gonna be...
Aang is out of here.
Yeah? Do you
Yeah.
think so? Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
This is all a surprise to me.
Oh, yeah. Aang is out of here.
Oh, okay. Goodbye,
Sorry.
Aang.
Yeah.
The women are here to stay. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, they won. They won. But I think this one is actually the most fun from the new mechanics, Earthbend, because you get to create a land, it gets to come back when it's destroyed, and you add a creature. And that's just such a new thing on the animating a land archetype. That's what I really like about Toph. Also, non-token artifacts, you control our lands and you can do crazy stuff with that too. So for example, we have Suran Orb, which is an artifact that allows you to sacrifice a land. And usually sacrificing a land for 2 life isn't good at all. But being able to sacrifice lands or artifacts at instant speed is so useful. Many times if you have a creature heavy deck, I make sure that there's a lot of cards that instantly can sacrifice a creature.
But is this at instant speed?
Yeah.
You can do this at another person's turn?
At any time you can sacrifice a land.
Okay.
Or an artifact with Toph out.
Okay.
So I think that is really interesting. Usually it isn't good to lose all of your lands, but sometimes you want to lose an artifact. So this can really help you do that at instant speed, and maybe that's very good because of the effects that you have out on the battlefield. So oftentimes you can combo off on someone else's turn, which is always good. So I think this makes for some interesting plays. Edgar Markov is back.
Edgar Markov.
Edgar.
He's back.
Yes.
I like the art card.
Why do you think Edgar Markov is so popular?
Well, he's a vampire. And that's all the rules all the reasons I can think of. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Let me read this. Whenever you cast another vampire spell, if Edgar Markov is on the command zone or in the command zone or on the battlefield, create a 1/1 black vampire creature token. So this is really good because it always works, whether or not you have him on the battlefield. And he's a vampire. Vampires are very popular as well.
Yeah, people actually hate the eminence ability sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I can imagine. It's annoying to play with.
Yeah, and it feels like you are not doing the commander thing where you have to play your commander.
Yeah, but that's exactly the twist.
Yeah.
It's a little twist.
Yeah. But actually why people play Edgar Markov is because of a combo with a life gain thing. Where you gain a life and then your opponents lose a life, and because they lose a life you gain a life, and because you gain a life they lose a life, and then you instantly win. It's a combo with where multiple cards can slot in. And there's one vampire I think that works with that. And of course you have a lot of life gain because your 1/1 black vampires have no, they don't even have lifelink. Or do they? No, they don't, but many vampires do. So that's basically why people play it. And I think Edgar Markov just returned because a lot of Avatar cards fell out of the top 10. I think that's why he came back in.
Okay.
I think.
So actually the Avatar cards were just like a trend?
A trend, yeah, because they were new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
New card though,
Ooh.
in for the first time is Doran Besieged by Time. So what you see is, last time we looked at this, Lorwyn wasn't that popular yet, but now it has become that popular. And Doran just barely got into the top 10 because of it. And I think that gives him a little bit extra shine. So it might be that he is here to stay. So Doran, what Doran does is each creature spell you cast with toughness greater than its power costs 1 less to cast. So Doran itself would become 1 cheaper.
Okay.
Because it has 5 more toughness than it has power. So it could even become 5 mana cheaper in that sense, if Doran is out, but that's not how it works. But then you play other things that have bigger toughness, so that you can then, play it for cheap. And then the other ability is whenever a creature you control attacks or blocks, it becomes XX greater, where X is the difference between its power and toughness. So Doran will get 5 extra power and toughness because of its toughness.
That's really cool.
That's really cool, yeah. So the last Doran actually was also worked with toughness matters.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I like
Doran,
him.
yeah,
It looks like he's got a mustache,
maybe he does.
but it's his arms. But they also look like
Mustache.
mustaches.
True. So Doran basically did the same, but a bit worse, I think, because Doran says the Siege Tower says each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. And the extra benefit on Besieged by Time Doran is that they also get extra toughness. So actually Besieged by Time Doran is way more about toughness. And if you have them both, they will still double, because Besieged by Time will give them extra toughness, and then the Siege Tower will allow them to deal damage equal to their toughness. So Besieged by Time would deal 5 damage on its own, but it will become 10 because its toughness has been doubled because of the Siege Tower. So I like that they work together too.
Yeah, so you could play both in the same deck. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
And other things that I think I like, and I will go by them a bit quickly, but are Jaws of Defeat, because whenever a creature you control enters, target opponent loses life equal to the difference between the power and toughness. So I like that because it's instant damage, and I always like instant damage. And Hyalopterus Lemur.
It doesn't look like a lemur to me.
No, it's a spirit actually. Yeah. But says it gets -1 power and gains flying until end of turn. It isn't actually played a lot yet with Doran, but the way I see it, you can do this instantly for 0 mana. So you can give it -1,000,000 damage. So then its toughness, which is now 3, will be 1,000,003 more than its power. I think it works like that, but I'm not actually sure.
Wait, what?
Right?
Okay, wait, explain this again.
So, Doran I'm not sure if this works actually, but anything, of course, that has less power or less toughness and more power or more toughness works. But I think how this works is the Lemur will get flying and -1 power when you pay 0 mana. And you can do this an infinite amount of times, because it's 0 mana and it's an infinite, and it's like an ability that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when you say, okay, I do the ability and I do it 1,000,000 times?
But you can't do that because then it will just...
It gets -1,000,000 power.
That feels illegal, I have to say.
Yeah?
Yeah. It feels illegal.
It feels illegal, but is it?
Oh, we need the public opinion for this.
Yeah. So
is this possible? It would be really cool if it could be done, because it's an easy win.
Exactly.
Because it has flying as well.
But why hasn't it been found? It has to be wrong.
Yeah, because you don't have to tap it, so you could basically do it infinitely.
Do it infinitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us know. Also let us know what you think of this new setup. Right?
Yeah.
And with that, I'd like to thank you for watching.
Me too. Me too.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.